Hello and welcome to another segment of the LPE Author Chat Series. I am Kimberly K. LaBoo, CEO and founder of LaBoo Publishing Enterprise. I am so excited about our special guest tonight. Anytime I get to share her with my audience, Lisa, you have to close your browser on your phone. Anytime I get to share her with my audience, I count it an honor. She is so full of joy, wisdom, and knowledge. This evening, we are talking to Lisa M. Jones. She is the visionary author of the best-selling book, True Wealth Starts in the Mind. So welcome to the broadcast, Lisa M. Jones.
Yes, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful.
I am so excited about all of the amazing things that are happening with True Wealth Starts in the Mind. True Wealth Starts in the Mind. Right?
I am too. It's been such a joy, and
yes.
Feedback has been amazing.
Yes, it has. So it's just like you said, it's just been so amazing. The feedback that we're getting almost every day about this book. This book sells every day. So why don't you start off by sharing with the audience what your vision was for this book from the very beginning?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Kimberly, for all you have done to help us make this vision a reality, because it's been truly a blessing to have this book. And we could not have done it without your professionalism, without your support, without your tireless hours that you put into helping us. I love people. I really like helping people. I think folks are wonderful. You can look at TV and you can look at the news and you can think we're living in the worst world ever. And it's no doubt that there's we're in trying times, and that there's some cruel things going on out here. But everybody is not negative, and everybody is not mean, and I believe that there are people out here that still have hope. And they just need somebody to believe in them, or they need direction, somebody to give them a roadmap to success, And so I wanted to speak to the hearts of those folks, to teach them what it takes to be successful. And so my vision came about as I travel all over, speaking at different events and seeing people longing for an answer as to why year after year I set goals and New Year's resolutions, and I never accomplished those things. Why is that happening? And so what I wanted to do, I solicit the support of several successful people to write this anthology, because I wanted to reach that group of people who say, I deserve a better way of life. I deserve my dreams to become a reality, but I don't know why it's never manifesting. So I wanted them to know that that's a mindset thing, and how they can get from up under that bondage.
Awesome. And I think you have done just that. So now this book is now an Amazon bestseller, but not only that, it is also the top-selling book for LaBoo Publishing Enterprise as well. So why do you think people have a thirst for financial knowledge now?
Well, several of the co-authors are money coaches. Everything comes with instructions but the paycheck. If you purchase a toaster, you get instructions. If you look at the back of your garments, there are instructions on how to care for that garment, but no instructions come with that paycheck. And as a result of that, we make poor financial decisions because we don't know how money works. It's not being taught in the schools. We have our children leaving college not knowing how to balance a checkbook. They're not only leaving with student loan debt, they're leaving with credit card debt. And so we're hurting financially due to lack of knowledge and lack of accountability. And so, we need folks out there that's not giving another sales pitch, but they're focused on education first and implementation second. Folks are tired of folks sitting at their tables lying to them. They're looking for somebody that they can trust, somebody that really care about the welfare of their family, but not just looking at them as a number or as a commission, but looking at them as a family that deserve the truth. And so I get great joy in educating people on financial principles, and that we can have whatever we want out of life as long as we have the wisdom and we put the plan in place and have accountability to someone like myself to make sure that that vision become a reality. And like I often say, we're vision rich but execution poor. People want bigger and better, but they never execute. And that's what accountability does for folks. It holds you accountable, and it forces you to execute, because nothing great happens without pressure. It requires pressure. A diamond can never shine without some pressure. It's found up under dirt, mud, rocks, but they have to beat it and burn it and hammer it in order to make it shine like a diamond. And when you're running from failure and pressure, you're also running from success. And so the thing is that you need that accountability to help the goals and dreams you have to manifest.
Wow. Wow. So you have picked some amazing authors to contribute to this work for that accountability. So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the authors that you have handpicked to be a part of True Wealth Starts in the Mind?
Hey, that's what I'm so excited about, these authors. These are folks that live all over the world. They're very successful in their own right. They've built businesses, brokerages. They've done amazing jobs doing so. Several of them are my friends. They're people I care about. They have the right heart. They are people of integrity with great character. And so they're in their prospective states, and in several states actually, building successful businesses, educating their community, but they are example. They have lived a life of making the adjustment changes. One of the things I really love, one of my favorite videos and speeches that I listened to is from Dr. Miles Monroe. And he said that, when you purchase a laptop or a computer, desktop, when you purchase a cell phone, you purchase it for what's on the inside, not for how it looks on the outside. You may like the color of the outside, but that's not the major reason you're making the purchase. You're making the purchase because of what it can do on the inside, the functions it can perform based on what your needs are. And if that computer stopped performing the functions that you purchased it to perform, it's normally because it has a virus. And if they have a virus, you have to take it somewhere and get it wiped clean. And then you're going to have to reprogram it. And so what you will find from all of these co-authors is that we walked into this thing called entrepreneurship with a virus. And we plugged into a weekly meeting, a weekly events, so that we could get the reprogramming. And once we got the reprogramming and start believing we deserve to be millionaires, start believing we deserve to be success, we didn't date success. We didn't sleep around with it. It wasn't our side chick or side man. We married success. These folks in this book are married to success. You understand? Because they really believe the scripture when it says money solveth, answereth all things. You understand? Some folks say, Lisa, you think it's all about money. Money is not everything. I say, well, it's right up there with breathing for me, because when a mortgage company calls, you can't tell them money is not everything. When my daughter was diagnosed with severe Lyme's disease, and I had to send her to get natural medicine that cost me 6 figures, I couldn't tell them money is not everything. And when I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and I had to go get natural medicine that cost me 6 figures, I couldn't say to the doctors there, money is not everything. So, we got to get out of this poverty mindset. Mike Murdoch said, the thing that you hate is the thing that you're supposed to teach. See, I hate lack. I hate poverty. I hate low self-esteem. I hate division. I hate tearing people down. And you look down on no man except to pick them up. But we got to have somebody out here, some beacons of light out here that will show people that there's bigger and better, and that you are no one's better than you. The only difference between me and you is that you have a virus. And if you don't put yourself in a room that will force you to be reprogrammed, you will go throughout life with your virus, setting goals, never hitting them, setting resolutions, never hitting them. And so you have to get rid of the virus. See, that first book, Kimberly, was on the 5 areas of prosperity: spiritual, mental, physical, relationship, and financial. See, when it comes to eating healthy, that's always been my struggle. I have a virus. And so I just sent a message out to someone and say, hey, listen, I want to sit down with you. I need to be held highly accountable in that area because I need some reprogramming in order to hit the success that I want to hit when it comes to my health and to my physical. So the thing is that if you have a virus, and you're not plugging into an event that can eliminate that virus, then you're going to go throughout your life wondering, why did it ever it never happened for me? There's a lot of people in the graveyard that had potential.
Wow. Okay. That was a lot. It was delicious. So in the introduction of the book, you wrote, the mind is a powerful machine. It can cause one to win big or fail drastically. What do you mean by that?
Man, mindset is everything. You know, show me your friends, I'll show you your zip code. Show me your friends, I'll show you your bank account. It's all about your mindset. And so you can, if there's a virus, so to speak, and you know, just think about it. And there's another thing I learned from Dr. Miles Monroe. Just was such a powerful man. He talked about Kimberly, how the automobile, they had to get approval in order to set the speedometer at 160 miles per hour, 160 miles per hour, 140 miles per hour, 120 miles per hour. But that had to be approved in order for that to take place. But yet we get on a highway, a byway, a parkway, a road, a street, a driveway, and they may tell us you can only go 65 miles an hour, 35 or 50 miles per hour. And see, what's happened to our mindset is that there are limitations placed on us. The car can go 120, but somebody told you you can only go 65. See, God says that you deserve the riches of the land and the fullness thereof, that you're the head and not the tail, that you was created in my image, and everything that I have, you can have. Everything that I've done, you can do it and better. But yet, so he said, you are the apple of my eye. I love you. You deserve the best, right? The wealth of the unjust is set up for the just. Yet, somebody told you you was only worth $20 an hour, $30 an hour, $40 an hour, $50 an hour. And so we jump over millions to get those $50 an hour, $60 an hour. And we don't know our self-worth. And so we spend 20, 30, 40 years renting our income. And then when somebody like me come and start talking about, let me teach you how to own your income, you'll be like, that's a scam. That's a pyramid. It takes too much. I can't do that. I'm bad at sales. I mean, all the excuses. Why? Because you believe that person who said you're only worth $30 an hour. And he said, that your creator said you worth so much more. So it's just so amazing. The limitations. The mind can cause walls to go up or bring walls down. And when they were building the Tower of Babel and they decided we're going to build this tower, there was one language on the earth. And he said, we're going to build this tower. We're going to touch the heavens. We're going to be like God, guys. Let's do it. Let's get a team name. Let's come together. I'm giving you the black version. And we're going to go and do it, right? We're going to build this Tower of Babel. And they started building that tower. And God looked down on man and said, look at man, look at him. Whatever man put his mind on, it would not be denied him. If his mind is on being debt free, it won't be denied him. If his mind is on being a millionaire, it will not be denied him. If his mind is on building a business, it will not be denied him. My very good friend, Dr. Tashika Green, is going to open a charter school. I'm so fired up about her because I know the children that will go up under her leadership will be the most blessed children because of who she is. When her mind is on it. So I know it will not be denied her. When your mind is on something, my mind was on being successful, retiring my parents, providing a lifestyle for my daughter and now my grandbaby. My mind is on it. It will not be denied me. But if your mind is on being sick, I get sick this time every year. You're right. And nobody can compete with that. If your mind is on always talking about how broke you are, how sad you are, then you're right. I can't compete with that. So let's do some reprogramming. Stop building up walls, but tear them down. Break the strongholds, break the chains by reprogramming ourselves, saying some affirmations, and speak what you seek until you see what you speak, and get your mind on the right things. And so everything is about the mindset. When I had stage 4 cancer, and I said, I planned the funeral, put everything together for the funeral, didn't tell the family because I was preparing to die. And then one day I decided I wanted to live.
Amen.
And then my mind was on living. And I'm still here today because I decided to live. If my mind was on dying, had stayed on dying, I would have died.
Yes. Yes. Wow. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are talking to Lisa M. Jones, visionary author of the bestseller book, True Wealth Starts in the Mind. So share with someone that needs to hear this conversation. Everybody, in my opinion, needs to hear this conversation. Man, this is some good stuff. So Lisa, some people may look at you now and see your success and think that you've always been successful. Talk to us a little bit about your success journey.
Well, it's so amazing. I am blessed with the most amazing parents a girl could ever ask for. And my parents, they when they moved from Prince George's County to Baltimore, it was a culture shock for us because we was used to growing up in the country. Very close family. I have some awesome cousins and aunties and uncles and just great family. My grandparents on both sides, my dad's side, my mom's side was absolutely amazing. We loved going and hanging out at grandma and granddad's house. It was just a blessing. So, but we had very humble beginnings. My parents never had jobs that paid high salaries. We were raised with so much love. We didn't know we didn't have a whole lot because we had so much love. My mother was always ran a clean house and always had guidelines that we had to follow as a family, and we followed those things. We honored whatever our parents said. So just really, really a blessed girl with amazing family members. We got together and always had a good time as a family and still do till this day. And so, but, it was always, when I think about myself and how I live paycheck to Monday, I know people say paycheck to paycheck, but I live paycheck to Monday. And then I remember going to work, and I was a student at Johns Hopkins University, working for the university. And I remember had to leave. I was off and I was given an ultimatum, so to speak, because I had to go pick Shanina up from school, my daughter, that it was pretty much finish this report or leave and get your daughter. And I know one would say, well, my daughter is that's it. But when you think about all your responsibilities, you got to find a way to do both. Yeah. And I found a way to do both. But I remember praying to God that night and said, Lord, there's got to be a better way. This can't be the best you have for me. Like, I'm not living the best life you have for me. Because, see, this is the issue. When you think about anything that was created, it comes with a manual, correct? When this computer, this laptop came with a manual. The desk came with instructions on how to put it together. The chair come with instructions. Everything you purchase come with instructions, a manual, right? And so I was created by God, and He gave me a manual. And when I read, and it's called the Bible, that's my manual to tell me how I'm supposed to be treated. And so when I read the manual, see, one of the reasons why we put up with stuff, I've done some dumb stuff in my life, but that's because I stopped reading the manual. See, when you don't read the manual that tells you how you're supposed to be treated, tell you how folks supposed to respect you, how you're supposed to carry yourself, you'll go do some dumb stuff, right? And so I just want to encourage people to read the manual. So when I start reading what thus said the Lord, I started wanting more for my life and realized that I deserve it. Some people don't go for more because they don't think they deserve more. And I started going for more in my life. So I was reading the manual, and then I was looking at my life. No car, African-American woman growing up in inner city Baltimore with a 6-year-old child, no car, and thinking, this is based on the manual. This something not right. So if it's not God, then who can it be? It must be me. I'm not doing something right. So I started seeking out bigger and better. There's got to be a better way. And when I decided to get licensed to become a money coach, everybody didn't embrace that because it was different. In my side of town, you're awesome if you get a good government job. And that's what everybody is seeking, to be a GS-55. And so when I start talking about I'm going to open up a brokerage one day, I'm gonna be a money coach, you have to understand that people will hold you to your past, and they will say, no, that's not possible. Lisa, be very careful. It's a scam. It's a pyramid. Is this? Is that? Don't do it. Don't go after that. Get you a good government job. And so, and I just kept on pursuing it, and I gave the right people my ear. I started listening to qualified opinions and not non-qualified opinions. And so unqualified to tell me how to build a business, because they never built one before, know? And so, but they all had an opinion. People have an opinion, don't they?
Yes, they do.
When we get our eyes on something, there's a book called Who Moved Your Cheese. We get our eyes on something, and we go tell our friends and family members, and they snatch, dream snatchers. They kill it. They be like, don't do it. Oh, people, oh my God, it's sales. Well, you know what? If you don't know how to do sales, you better master it. As a matter of fact, the only reason God needs you on this earth is to sell and recruit. And the only reason Satan needs you on this earth is to sell and recruit. If you don't think you're good at it, I promise you are, because you had to sell that boss on why to hire you for that job versus the other 50 people that applied for it. We are always selling ourselves. We have a responsibility to sell people the good news. We have a responsibility to recruit people to the good side. You're either selling or recruiting to the good side, or you're selling or recruiting to the bad side. You sell, if you find a good shoe sale, you sell people on the shoe sale. You go to a good movie, you're selling people the good movie. You go to a good restaurant, you're selling them on why this restaurant is so good, and don't none of them send you a paycheck. Nope. Folks tell me I'm not good at sales. Oh, you're good at it. You just don't know that you are, but you're good at it because you have caused other people to go make purchases based on your recommendation. What is that called? Sales is just marketing. Marketing is just something you can get behind. I love Jesus. I sell him very well. I love to love. I love positivity. I sell it very well. I love success. I sell it very well. Call me the best sales girl out. I want to be better. I'm good. I'm not great. I have a desire to be great, though. You understand? So I just put myself with my virus. I took my virus and I put myself in a room where there was reprogrammers in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put myself in a room where so somebody can reprogram me. And I was being reprogrammed on a weekly basis. All of a sudden, I start seeing Lisa. I start looking in the mirror and seeing Lisa for who she really is. Most people look in the mirror, Kimberly, they don't really look at themselves. They're looking at their hair, to comb their hair, to brush their teeth, to put their makeup on. But they don't really look at the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. The moment I started looking at Lisa for real, I was like, oh my gosh, there's got to be a better Lisa out there. Let me work on a better version of me. I don't want to be you. I don't want to be anybody else. I just want to be the best Lisa M. Jones I can be. So people can look at me and say, man, I desire that Christ that's in her. I desire that positive attitude that's in her. I desire that joy, that laughter that's in her. Man, I desire to have a little of what she has, because I refuse to walk around with gloom and doom and negativity. If you want better, take responsibility for your life and go after it. And that's all I did. I don't even know if I answered the question.
You did. Happens to us every time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord. So tell me, what do you believe the difference is between being rich and being wealthy?
Well, rich is, that person has an opportunity to meet their monthly obligations, but there could still be a little risk if some tragedy come up because they don't have as much as a wealthy person have. A wealthy person just have more money that just keep making more money. You understand? Yeah. My thing is, I'm in hot pursuit. You have to be in pursuit of happiness and pursuit of wealth. I have a desire to tithe $10,000 or greater into the kingdom of God. I am a giver. I give to many ministries. I donate to many folk, many causes. And so I want to tithe. I want to build up communities and open a youth center, open a Christian day spa. I want to help people for college. I started doing scholarships on a quarter, to the level that I am. But I'm looking forward to doing 6 figures in scholarships, And so, when you have wealth, you can do more. You understand? Yeah. And so right now I'm doing it based on my level. I sow a seed in every area that I want to grow in. And so I want to do 6 figures in scholarships. So I started, with $1,000 to somebody every quarter. And last quarter, I did $1,500 to 3 different people, and so I'm starting doing different things, sowing into the areas that I can get behind, so that I can create that wealth. But you have to be in hot pursuit of it. I'm in pursuit of wealth. I refuse to build generations of broke people. When my granddaughter received her Social Security number, I made sure I started her portfolio so that by age 21, she'll be a millionaire. I told my daughter she would be in a position by age 40 to never have to work another day in her life. We will not build a life of wasting money on hair and nails and eating out and all of this stuff, material possessions, and then living this life of poverty, dressing it up, putting makeup on it, but inside you dying. I'm more concerned about the inner and then the outer. You understand that? And so people look nice on the outside, but they're crying and dying on the inside. You understand? Because of making poor decisions. And so, those are the things that I want to do. I don't want to sit back and talk about what this NFL player should be doing or this NBA player should be doing or what Oprah should be doing. When the last time you stroked a check? The first time I stroked a $10,000 check to donate towards something and give towards something, it was the most blessed day in my life, man. That's when I get my joy, when I can bless other people. It is truly awesome to be a giver and to bless other people. It's amazing. As soon as I bless somebody else, God always managed to give it right back to me. I can't outgive them. That's why I get excited when it starts raining, because I have seed in the ground. I'm always sowing. I am a good sower. And so as a result, he always managed to bless me tremendously because I get joy. I don't do it with a negative heart. I don't do it with complaining. I get joy in blessing other people and helping other people feel really good.
Amen. Amen. Gosh, we are running out of time. So I'm going to ask you I know, right? I didn't even get through all my questions. So my last question to you is, as we are approaching 2020, everybody's going to be thinking about setting goals and making New Year's resolutions. So what is the best piece of advice that you can give to someone who wants to improve their financial situation as one of those goals?
Well, the best answer is to call Lisa M. Jones at 866-624-6440. And let me tell you something, because I'm very good at this, but not only that, you're not going to do it without accountability. See, there are certain characteristics that successful people have. One of the characteristics that a successful person has is that they show up. They are available for success. Some people just not available for success. Great things are being taught, but if you're not available to receive it, it's hard for you to get ahead. There are areas in my life that I have to become better at being available for it. You got me? So you have to be available for success. And so whenever I'm lacking in an area, I say, Lisa, were you in a room to receive what you needed to receive so that you could have done better this week or this month or this quarter? You understand that? So successful people are available. The second thing is that successful people are accountable. And so the thing is that it's very difficult to do this thing called life by yourself. That's why the word of God says when two or more touch and agree. I think one of the worst songs out was the song I Did It My Way. Because if you do it your way, you may go for the ditch, okay? Your way just not the right way. I was listening to Pastor Stephen Furtick. I make sure I listen to a sermon every day. And so I was listening to Pastor Stephen Furtick for Elevation Church in Charlotte, North Carolina. I absolutely love him. And he's in his series, he's doing this on available. And one of these things he said was that, you say the first yes, the first yes is to God, and without even knowing his plans for your life, because Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the plans I have for you. It said, I know, it ain't say you know. Right? It said, I know. You won't know what they are until you really seek him fully. But he said, God said, I know the plans I have for you. And people love that part, but they'll never read the rest of it, And so he said, I know. He said, you know the plans, right? So the first yes, when I gave my life to Christ, the first yes was to God, to salvation, but the second yes was to the plans. And the plans is not always comfortable, but I said yes to it. You got me? And so when people was talking about me, putting me down for saying yes to the plan, I had to keep going, even though folks didn't get it, even though I couldn't always see the manifestation. I was like, many times I said, God, are you still there? Because you told me to do this. I ain't see this for me. You saw this for me. And because I kept on walking, if you're going through hell, don't stop. Keep on going. So I kept on going forward. And as a result of that, all of a sudden, the manifestations start taking place. So we want stuff out of life, but we're not accountable for it. So successful people are available, they're accountable, they are responsible, and they're vulnerable. They're responsible they take responsibility. They're not victims. They don't sit back and say what somebody did to them. Blame other people, the man, the boss, the this and that. Take responsibility. Take control of your life. Take it back. Be execution rich. You understand? Not just vision rich and execution rich. You ever talk to people that always starting to start? I started to start that years ago. I started to say that. And you just look at them and say, well, you just start. And so the thing is, right, so they take responsibility, and then last, they're vulnerable. You have to be open to receive. If you're a person that's walking around and don't trust nobody, then all that tells me is you don't trust yourself. You don't trust that you can allow the right people in your space. Kimberly, you have a front row seat in my life. That's not open to everybody. I'm very selective on who I call friend and and there's a difference between relatives and family. There's a difference between friends and associates. Family always support you, but relatives don't. And so sometimes we can never be successful because we're expecting relatives to support you. Relatives don't support you. Family support you. You understand? Associates don't always support you. Friends will support you. Strangers, I have strangers with do business with me before relatives will. That's why, because they don't take the time to get to know me. I got a hold of something powerful. But because they're your relative, they won't listen. So today, it don't mean I don't love them. It's just the way it is. I ain't mad about it. God has blessed me tremendously. I'm on a referral basis. I get referrals nonstop. You understand? Because when you do right by people, folks will constantly send you folks. So I'm not begging or anybody for anything, but if they want to better their situation and they want to see their goals for 2020, the year of clear vision, the year of manifestation. That's the year of manifestation. 2019 was preparation. 2020, you should see manifestation. You understand that? And we don't serve a fickle God. One day tell you do something, next day change his mind. I don't understand that God people serve. This is the year of manifestation, clear, complete manifestation in 2020. So the thing is, do not go into the year without a mentor. Do not go into the year without an accountability partner. Do not go. I'm getting all my accountability partners lined up so that when I go into the year, my accountability partner on my spiritual life want to get better, get deeper in the word of God. I was talking to an accountability partner last night. I want to take some ministry classes, and so and get my degree in that. So I talked to someone last night about that. I want to get more accountable in my mentality. Make sure I'm reading, because if you're not reading, you're operating on old information. So you got to start reading a couple pages every day, and you need to write. Some of us have a book in our belly, but you're not accountable. Call Kimberly LaBoo at LaBoo Publishing so that you can be held accountable. She can help that book be manifest, right? And so be accountable for my physical. I called a health coach and a personal trainer. I'm lining it all up, Kimberly. Because I have high expectations in 2020. That's my year to shine and show off. God's going to show off with my life in 2020. Amen. So he showed me some big things going to manifest. And so I'm getting my account. So you got to be accountable. You have to be accountable to somebody. Don't go into 2020 without accountability. So call me, your money coach, Lisa M. Jones, at 866-624-6440. I look forward to talking to you.
Yeah, true wealth starts in the mind, guys. You heard it right here. You heard it right here.
Yeah.
Lisa M. Jones, thank you so much for being my special guest. It is always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. So guys, to my viewers, I thank you so much for joining me for another segment of the LPE Author Chat series. Remember, if you are thinking about writing that book, hop on over to www.laboopublishing.com to schedule your consult today. And guys, take care and be blessed. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.